Good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to follow 103 in EFL. What has started now, and this week we are racing in Russia, Sochi. I'm Eric, the owner and commentator of EFL, and there's already yellows in Sector 2, Sector 3, and a lot of people in the tracks at the moment. 18 drivers here today. I'm gonna put the voices a little bit down because I can't stand these V6 engines. They're too loud. They're too loud for me. There we go. Yeah, I said that way too loud for me. Alright, so let's see what drivers are on the lap. We're just gonna keep an eye on somebody, as I'm gonna find somebody who is in the lap. So we're gonna keep an eye on Leo, actually. Leo has started his lap in this beautiful Wasser circuit, 18 corner track. I bet, we're gonna see low 130s and low 131s here today, as Leo has immediately invalidated his lap. So we're gonna see somebody else, and actually Greg is in the end of Sector 2, yellows in Sector 1. Doesn't look like it's gonna rain in qualifying. We'll see if it's gonna rain in the race. And there are new comments coming. I'm gonna check the comments very shortly. And the Renault driver comes towards the last corner, corner 18, and the lap time he's gonna set is gonna be 131.5, and that's provisional pole position at the moment. But let's see what Beiko does. Beiko is with the medium set of tires. I'm gonna enable the tires for you guys. We have 6 viewers, 3 comments, and we have Laxon who sets a 131.2, and he will take provisional pole position. We'll see what the Canadian in Haas team is going to do. Are we going to hear all Canada here today, or is it going to be like Nicolas Latifi? Beiko coming towards the last corner, and he will set a 138.1. Blow up moves to P3 with 137.5. So is Kamiap with 134. We have Vaiso in a qualifying lap. For some reason he's not opening his DRS, so I assume he's not on his flying lap, but we'll see. Him and Alfa Romeo are going side by side with each other, but we'll see what Taze Leo does, as he has actually invalidated his lap, as Laxon is still leading from Greg and Woni. Woni set at a 132.2 with the medium set of tires, and Bugs Bunny has also invalidated his lap. And we have Alpha, who's joined one of the reserve drivers in EFL, but I'm not sure, is he going to be able to participate to qualifying. This game is still new to me, because I got the game like 3 to 4 weeks ago, so I'm not really sure how this thing works. Can you choose your car and join the qualifying or not? And we have a new comment coming. We're going to quickly watch the comment from Joni Wahkonen saying hello. He's been waiting for this race and since last week, and he asked me, Eric, what is your favorite F1 team? Okay, if you have to choose favorite F1 team of all time, I'd have to say Ferrari, but at the moment I say Mercedes, because Valtteri drives for Mercedes. So I say Mercedes is my favorite team at the moment, and favorite team of all time has to be a Ferrari. But the Racing Point driver PL7 Matt has lost his back end, and that's going to be his qualifying lap over, just like that. Boom boom. And his teammate Maikun, he's locking up the last corner, yellows in Sector 3, and he will set a 131.7, and he does a Spinala, crashes out and gets damaged, does another 360. Austin Powers parking meme insert right there. There we go, he was able to correct his car. But he was driving like a woman in traffic. Like, when you panic, you're gonna panic. Okay, that was a joke. That was a joke, guys. Never mind of that joke. But Cartel is, yeah, he invalidated his lap immediately. But we'll see what Taze Leo does. He actually is in his out lap. And after last week, the championship standings look like this. Leo is leading the championship from. Is he here? He's leading the Drivers' Championship from Duckbird, and P3, of course, is Mr. Taze Leroy. But we'll see what Marius does, as Marius has invalidated. So a lot of drivers invalidating here today, as Laxon is still P1, with a 131.2, Greg Jimson in P2 with 131.5, and Mike Kun in P3 with 131.7, and actually he moves to P3, so that was very, very impressive lap time from Mike Kun. We have actually, let's see what Blender does. Blender has invalidated, Cartel has invalidated, and Alpha has invalidated, so you can't choose your car in the middle of the qualifying. That's something that I didn't know, and we'll see what Marius does. Marius didn't invalidate his lap, even though he a little bit track extended, but the game forgave him, so we'll keep an eye on Marius, who finished yesterday amazing P2 in Austria. Having 0 penalties, jumping types like Tuckbird, Tage Leroy, and Laxon for podium position, and Red Bull took a 1-2 last week in Austria in the home track. And we'll keep an eye on Marius. Is he going to be in the same form he was in Austria? He's also Romanian, just like his teammate Leo, so it was a first ever Romanian 1-2 what I've ever seen in league racing. Like, that was very impressive from their point. And we have one more question. Yeah, he said, yeah, never mind, he just said, Johnny just said that Ferrari and Mercedes are his favorites also, and yeah. And Marius, he's coming towards the final corners. We'll see what he's gonna do. Actually, this track of Vasa, many people say it's boring, hate it, but I like the track. I like the track a lot. And Marius coming towards the final corner, and he will set a 131.2, and that's a new provisional P1 time, and he crashes out. He loses the control of his car, and that Red Bull has been it like Alex Albon in the entire season of Formula 1, and that's his qualifying over. He gets P1, but he DNFs, and that's his qualifying over, and that was a very unfortunate mistake he had in the last corner. Very unfortunate mistake. But he got P1, so I guess it's good, but not good that he DNF'd. I guess that's not what he planned, but hey, at least he's P1 by 60 thousandths of a second. But and actually the P1 gets beaten by Cartel, who sets a 131.1, and we'll see Tage Leroy's in his lap as he track extends once more. So the round 1 winner in Silverstone short track is not doing such a good job at all at the moment, but he still has 7.5 minutes remaining. His toughest opponent, Sersa Pelele, is not racing here today due to personal issues, but we'll see what Blender for Life, the American Dream in Haas, does. It's like, yes you can, you will set that lap time, you'll take P1, and that's the American Dream. And Blender coming towards the last corner, and he will set a 131.6, and that will move him to P5 position. Incredible lap from Blender for Life in that Haas car, so the American has adapted to his car finally, and he got a great result from Austria, P5 from Austria's race, so that was very impressive from him. And DTV Bugs Bunny does a 131.1, so he only loses. He does exactly the same time with Cartel. Actually, Cartel did a 1,000th of a second faster lap time than Bugs Bunny, so I bet he's a little bit pissed off. But Cartel is improving his lap by 1/10. Alright, just a little bit of chat going on in the live stream. That's good. And and that's invalidation. That is an invalidation, and Alpha has invalidated his lap. Leo goes P1 with 1:30.9, so the championship leader, showing that his hands are not shaking. There's Scream and Vanilla already, Mom Spaghetti, whatever, but Leo, the Red Bull driver, he is fearless, as we have Ronnie, the Finnish driver in Mercedes, setting a 1:30.6, so first time we see a Finnish driver in pole position, or provisional pole position here in Russia, or in EFL at all, but a very impressive lap for the young Finn in a Mercedes. We'll see what Tage Leroy does. Tage Leroy is in his out lap. We have Misu Tiramisu, who is a reserve driver here today in EFL. First race in EFL, or first qualifying, and he sets a 1:31.3 and moves to P7 position. Bugs Bunny, we'll see his sector 2 time. Actually, he's not going to improve, so we're not going to keep an eye on him. We have Greg, who actually starts his lap at the moment. FR7 Matt has invalidated. Blow Up is starting his lap. We have Baco, who's actually invalidated his lap. Tuckbird has invalidated. Alpha coming towards the sector 2, 104.4, and he sets the purple sector 2, but remember, Alpha has a 20-second time penalty for this race. due to collisions in last week's race in Austria. So that is, Alfa has a 20-second time penalty for this race because of the lap 1 incident he caused in last week of Austria. That's something I think well, it's important to know, the viewers. And Alfa goes P8 with a 131.4. Leo has invalidated, Voney has invalidated, Taze Leroy, we're gonna follow him. He P3 in a Drivers' Championship fight. Could have won last week in Austria, but made a mistake, got a puncture, and didn't get to the points, and immediately invalidates once again. So Taze Leroy is not in the best form. We have Vaiso, who moves himself to P6 with a 131.2. Laxon in P7, Misutsuya Misu. I love that name, to be fair. Alpha, Greg Timsov, everybody invalidates the lap times. Maikun, Matt, Jake. We haven't seen Jake a lot, so let's see what lap time he's gonna set. He's coming towards the final corner. And he's gonna challenge for pole position. What lap time he's gonna set? He's gonna set a 132.1, and that will move him to P13 position. Let's blow up. He's starting his lap time. Taze Leroy once again struggling a little bit. He's driving with the mediums, I see. And he's actually track extending to make sure he's gonna set the final lap. For GG's for that. Of course we have a Finnish Patriot. Joni riding, good job Ronnie, good job, do it for the Finns and stuff like that. Torilla tavataan, yeah, like that. It's just the Finnish stuff. Alright, but we'll see. Blow up. I think he's actually messed up his lap time. And now he has to move out of the way because there's a faster cars behind him, and yes he does. Okay, could have done a little bit earlier, but hey, I think that no damage was done. And we have actually Jake, who is in his lap. So we get by, and we have Vaiso, who will set a new provisional pole position, 130.8, beating Voney's lap time by 80 thousandths of a second. Is this real life? Because Mercedes have a front row at the moment. We have two Mercedes in the top with Vaiso and Voney, 1 and 2 in the Sochi Russia. So finally the Mercedes team, what is P5 in constructors, have found their form, and it's a 1-2 for the team at the moment. And it's yeah, that's very impressive from the two Mercedes drivers. It doesn't matter, is it equal, realistic? We always see two Mercedes drivers at one point in P1 and P2. And Blob is going to the pits. We have Duckbird starting his lap time at the moment, and we have 2 minutes remaining. It's gonna be tight for Vaiso to get to the, to the pits, but I think this will be his final lap. I don't know, do we have any other drivers who are closer to finish the lap? I think yes, we have Maikun. Yes, I do have my own YouTube channel. I'm gonna quickly write it. Personal YouTube channel, as we follow Maikun. Personal YouTube channel, Eric Gaines. There we go, that's the question to Joni. And Maikun moves himself to P4 with 131 flat, so that's very impressive. We have 3 Mercedes engined cars in the top 4 at the moment. So we'll see. Vaiso is going to the pit, so that's Vaiso's qualifying over right there. And Duckbird has lost his front wing, he had damage, so his qualifying is over. He got damage, he collided with somebody or made a driving mistake. But we'll see. Kamiap is gonna start his flying lap very shortly. And Jake is coming out of the pits. Greg Simpson has started his lap. Alpha has track extended, and that's his qualifying over if he doesn't have enough fuel on board anymore. Carl Turl has invalidated his lap, but I think it's the formation lap. And actually we'll keep an eye on Maikon once again, or Leo. Either way, okay, we're gonna keep an eye on Leo actually. So I think he's the closest one to finish the lap at the moment. And Kamiap has retired. We have 33 seconds remaining in the session. We'll see what Leo has. Leo's qualifying is over. We'll see what Baker is about to do, or who is in the lap, who is about to finish the laps. I have no idea who's about to finish the lap, who is not. I think it's actually, let's keep an eye on Cartel. As we still have Taze Levo in the last place, we have Tuckbird DNF'd, we have Kamiap DNF'd, and Marius Daniel, who says the first original pole position lap, he well, made a mistake and lost the wheel and retired. And Alpha has retired from the session, as now Cartel is 70 thousandths up on his time, and we'll see what lap time he's about to set. And Visor's qualifying is over, so we'll see, is Visor going to get pole position or not. We still have challengers like Ronnie and Taze Leroy and rest of the field who are going to challenge for P1. But Cartel coming towards the final corners, and he's going to take the new provisional pole position time. His lap time is 1:30.7, and he takes the new provisional pole position time with that Renault car. So impressive lap from Cartel. Taze Leroy, we're going to keep an eye on him. But that was impressive lap from Cartel, who has still 0 points in EFL, DNF'd in both races he's done. So it's a beautiful lap from the Renault driver. A little bit surprised to me that he got P1 at the moment, but he has had a great qualifying. And Visor, we'll see where Ron is. Ron is coming towards the final corner. He's improving by 2.5 tenths, so is the young Finn gonna take pole position here in EFL. It would be the first Finnish pole position in EFL ever. Not ever, but still. And it's Ronnie does a 1:30.6, and he takes provisional pole position back from Cartel. But we have Taze Leroy coming towards the final corner, and he sets a 1:29.6, taking pole position by 1 second with that Alpha car. Very impressive lap from the young Irishman in the Alfa Romeo, taking pole position by 1 second. 1:29.6. Unbelievable job. Unbelievable. That was a great lap from Taze Leroy, and we'll see what Bugs Bunny is going to do. He's improving his lap by 2.5 tenths. But Jesus, 1:29.6. I think that's very impressive lap. First driver to go under 1:30 in EFL. And I believe in time trial that would put you to top 70 in time trial, or top 60, who knows. But hey, Bugs Bunny goes P3. Beats Carter's lap time and does 1:30.6, and just loses 20 thousandths to Ronnie's lap time, and that's P3 for Bugs Bunny, and that's your qualifying over. Taze Leroy takes pole position. The young Irishman strikes again and continues his 100% streak in qualifying. Every single qualifying in EFL, every single time Taze Leroy takes pole position. Silverstone Short Track, Austria, and now Russia. Pole position man, Taze Leroy, Mr. Pole Sitter, and Ronnie takes P2 and Bugs Bunny P3. So it's a good thing to see we have 3 different constructors in the top 3: Alfa, Mercedes, and McLaren. Then Carter P4, Visor P5, Leo P6, 2 racing points in P7 and P8, Marius in P9, unfortunate DNF, and Laxon in P10. And now we're waiting for the final drivers to retire, and there we go. That was unbelievable qualifying. But that 1:29.6. And there we go, that's your qualifying. Leroy in P1, Ron in P2, Bugs Bunny in P3, Carter P4, Visor P5, Leo P6, Mike in P7, Matt P8, Marius P9, Laxon P10, Misu in P11, Alpha P12, Greg P13, Blender P14, Jake P15, Kemia P16, Bako P17, Blower P18, and Tuckbird without a lap time P19. We're gonna quickly take the screenshots. There we go. Yeah, I read that. Please don't argue in a live chat. Remember the code you write to the Discord to Incidents Trades. We've gone over the rules about if somebody holds you up in qualifying. Yeah, you know the rules. If you read the rules, you know. Just put it to Incidents Thread. Save the clip and put it to Incidents Thread. But please, no fighting in a live chat. Don't worry, guys. They're not from kindergarten, even though it sometimes seems like. But it's in every league also. Like when the frustrations come high with the drivers, you know, they have a hot head. Of course, it's heat of the moment. Yeah, but yeah, put it to Incidents and Threads. Yoni, after this race, we're gonna be racing in Belgium, actually. So, Belgium Spa. Spa-Francorchamps. As we have 10 seconds until the race starts, and it looks like it's gonna be beautiful sunshine, light clouds in Russia. Or like we say, in Russia, the truck drives you. Okay, that was a bad joke. That was about Yoko Smirnov joke. But yeah, let's go through the grid, ladies and gentlemen. In pole position here today we have Taze Leroy. In P2 we have young Finnish driver Voni, who had the best qualifying so far in EFL and takes P2. P3 goes to McLaren driver TTV Bugs Bunny. P4 Carl Turl in Renault, beautiful qualifying for him, career best, EFL best for him. P5 Viso. P6 championship leader Leo. P7 Maikun. P8 Matt. P9 Marius Daniel. P10 Laxon. P11 reserve driver Misu Tiramisu. P12 Greg Jimsaw. P13 Blender for Life, and you can see the strategy right here. It's either one stop with the soft mediums or one stop with the softs and hards, and this is very crucial because if safety car comes in lap 2, lap 3, you could actually go to the end with the hards. And P14 goes to Jake. P15 Kemiap. P16 Beko. P17 Blew Up. P18 Duckbird, and P19 goes to Alpha F1. And yeah, the Belgium is a good track. It's a hell of a track. Like it's a like bang bang and stuff like that. And we have Taze Leroy who leads the field to the grid, and it's actually very good to see that we don't see Wayne in Russia, because the track is challenging enough. The track limits are very strict, and with Wayne I think it would be a nightmare. So everybody, actually I'm gonna enable the tires for you guys. There we go. Tires enabled, everything interval. There we go. And now we're waiting for Taze Leroy to lead the field to the grids. And it's gonna be a lights out and away we go very shortly. And just like Michael Buffer used to say when he's announcing in boxing, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! As you have Taze Leroy, Voni, Bugs Bunny, Cartel, Viso, Leo, Maikun, Matt, Marius, Laxon, Misu, Quack, Blender, Jake, Kemiap, Beko, Blow Up, Talk, and Alpha driving to the grid. And now we're waiting for the FIA to give green lights to give permission to get this race underway. We're waiting for those 5 red lights, and then it's lights out and away we go for the Grand Prix of Russia. But is Taze Leroy going to be able to comprehend the pressure? Is Ronnie going to challenge him in turn 1? And what Bugs Bunny is going to do from the outside, as we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And it's lights out and we've got for the Grand Prix of Russia. And it looks like Bugs Bunny had a fantastic start. And they're going to go side by side. They're going to go 3 wide into turn 1. And Ronnie tries to attack from the inside. Bugs Bunny tries to attack on the outside. And we'll see, is Ronnie going to take the inside line? Yes, he is. He's going to dive up out the inside. They're going to go 3 wide. And there's a little bit of contact. And looks like Bugs Bunny got the lead from Taze Leroy. And we have a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. We have a safety car in this Grand Prix. As looks like Bako, Blow Up, Blender, Kamiap and Marius have been in collision with each other, and that is a safety car in this Grand Prix. So something has happened in turn 1, and we have already first retirement, who is a Tuckbird 1, and Crack is losing positions to Jake, but the safety car has arrived and Bugs Bunny is leading the field. Are we gonna see any pit stops happening in this lap or not? But that safety car, it came very fast. The game immediately put it out, the safety car, and wow, Taze Leroy is in P2, one in P3, so that was amazing. 3 wide they went to the turn 1. And Bugs Bunny was able to do what Valtteri Bottas did in 2017. Jumped ahead of Hamilton, jumped ahead of Raikkonen and Vettel in 2017, round the outside and taking the lead of the Grand Prix. That was a very important start for Bugs Bunny if he wants to challenge for the win, because it was very important to get past Taze Leroy, who took a once again pole position. Now we're going to see a fight in the track. We're going to see no holds barred in EFL. So, ladies and gentlemen, put your kids to sleep, because you're going to witness World War III. And we have a new comment saying, who is my favorite driver in EFL? You have to choose. I don't know, everybody's my favorite driver, come on, I can't say that. And Taze Leroy is pitting. Taze Leroy, oh, he's faking it, he's not going to the pits. neither of the top 3 are pitting, and I don't have favorites. Everybody's favorite in the EFL. Like, there's no way I'm gonna have favorites. And Maikun is pitting. We have Jake pitting. We have actually Blender pitting, and we have Sven Manson joining the session probably to watch the race. But we're gonna see what tires these drivers are gonna take, and Jake is gonna serve a 5-second stop and go penalty. Maikun is already out, he taking the hard tires. And Blender is gonna serve a 5-second also. And there's a massive train in the Haas goers at the moment. We have Beko and Jake waiting, Beko and Blender waiting for, you know, to get through. And it kind of reminds me of 2007 in Hungary between Fernando and Hamilton, when Fernando held up Hamilton in the pits so that Hamilton wasn't able to set a final lap in Hungary. But looks like Jake took hards, Maikun took hards, Blender took mediums, and Beko took hards, and we have Duckbird who has left from the session. As now safety car is out, probably it's going to be around 2 more laps. So if you have any questions, now is your chance to write to EFL chat, and you have time to get some TV time. And once again, the one-stop strategy is there, softs to mediums or softs to hard. So I think the drivers who pitted now can probably do a one-stop to the end. But of course, if safety car is going to come one more time over ESC for the right time for some drivers, it might change everything. But remember, we saw in Silverstone short track, some drivers pitting in lap 1 and then getting massively in the race, and Duckbird even getting a podium in Silverstone short track because of this. He pitted on lap 1, got a podium. And we have Marius Daniel, who is the only driver so far who has a penalty in this Grand Prix. So the safety car is going to stay out one more lap. And I'm gonna quickly test my voice. Is my voice okay or not? One moment, guys. And I'm gonna... Okay, it's cool, it's cool. The voice is good, the voice is sexy, it's husky, it's sexy, it's very sexy. Voice is hot, it's hot. And my computer is now a little bit messing around with me. There we go. So safety guys out still. Actually I wanted to see what drivers did a pit stop. So we have... Okay, basically from P18 to P15 we have everybody who's done a pit stop at the moment, so hey, it might be handy for them. As Beko is still trying to catch the field, so that's why safety car hasn't left still. It's waiting for Beko to... As Matt gets a 5-second penalty for collision with Greg Jimsaw. So I believe Greg Jimsaw drove in the back of Matt. Which is where under the safety car it's very easy to hit behind of somebody. Remember in Azerbaijan 2017 when Hamilton braked, or didn't brake but slowed massively, and Vettel hit the back of him, and then Vettel did his revenge, and both of them got like 10-second penalties for that. Remember that Grand Prix. Actually, this safety car was probably a blessing in disguise for some of these drivers, because they had to use so much EOS in a first corner. So probably they got in one straight line from 100% to 50% EOS, so it's good now. Everybody can save up EOS, and it's gonna be pedal to the metal. Let's get it to rumble, shaking and baking Grand Prix after the safety car leaves. But we have to make sure that wait until Beko catches up to the field, as he has, and now it's gonna be bang bang, and once again let's go for the race of Russia. Come on safety car, leave the field, come on, leave. I wanna see blood, I wanna see sweat, I wanna see tears, I wanna see everything good, no holds barred in EFL, whatever you call it. So ladies and gentlemen, go get your popcorns, your sausages, your beers, your water, whatever you have to do, because you need to see this. You need to see this amazing battle for the win right now between Bugs Bunny, Taze, Levo and Woney, and even the championship leader Leo. As safety car is leaving. It is leaving. Come on. As Bugs Bunny is weaving around, he's dictating the pace. It's his word. He can choose when we start racing once again. And he's driving very closely to the safety car. He's dropping the pace. He's basically doing what Lewis Hamilton always does. And Can I get a better camera angle? Come on, thank you. And now it's gonna be lights out, and away we go for the Grand Prix of Russia, and he slows down once again, and he loses the control of his car, and now it's lights out, and away we go. And that was a very terrible start from that Bugs Bunny, but is Taze Leroy gonna be able to overtake? They're gonna go side by side with each other. Taze Leroy takes the lead of this Grand Prix because of Bugs Bunny's bad reflex start, and Bugs Bunny is gonna probably challenge down the inside. Taze Leroy defends to the inside. Bugs Bunny is trying to overtake around the outside. They're gonna go side by side with each other. They're touching wheels. Bugs Bunny a little bit track extends, and this is going to be what Hamilton and Vettel did, and Ronnie is joining this barbecue party, so they're going to go 3 wide to turn 3. This is not going to end good, and there's yellows in sector 1 once again, and now it looks like Taze Leroy got past of Bugs Bunny and takes the lead of the Grand Prix. A beautiful job as we have Alpha overtaking Marius for P10 position. But remember, he has the 20-second top penalty, and Bugs Bunny is losing positions to Ronnie. They're going to go side by side with each other. And yellows in sector 1, sector 2. So something has happened. And actually Leo is trying to challenge Ronnie for position. They're going to go side by side with each other. And looks like Ronnie is able to keep the position, but Leo is still pressurizing him, the championship leader, showing that he has nerves of steel, and try to overtake in the end of sector 2. He takes the inside line. But is he going to divvy up the inside? Yes, he is. Is Ronnie going to leave enough space? And yes, he is. And looks like Leo got the maneuver done on Ronnie, but he wants a little bit wide. And Vizo is now challenging Leo for position. And now Leo and Vizo, and now actually Cartel and Vizo are banging wheels. But they're banging wheels big time. And Vizo, just like that, Vizo dropped 2 positions from P4 to P6, and Ronnie kept P3 as Taze Leroy sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 134 and flat. So the round 1 winner in Silverstone is showing that he is once again back for the fight against championship. And because Sir Chappelle not making this race, it's gonna be a barbecue party for Taze Leroy. And now Misu Tiramisu is running wide. He's track extending to keep up the position, kind of like what Roman Grosjean did in Spain 2019, I believe, or 2020, where he track extended just to stay in front. And Grach is in P9. There's a massive train behind Misu Tiramisu. Marius and Matt in P11, P12. Blender lonely P18. Taze Leroy leading the field by 1.2 seconds. Carter gets a 3-second top penalty for multiple warnings, so the race is a little bit calmed down now after lap 1, and Carter almost hits back of Leo. And now Carter is challenging Leo for P4 position. Is he going to dive it up the inside or not? He's going to try to overtake round the outside. And is going to be able to make the maneuver stick. And we have Mercedes driver Vizo, a little bit losing the car, a little bit losing the rear, and now he's under pressure against the Ferrari driver Laxon. And now Vizo wants very much wide, so I don't know why is Vizo struggling so much, and now he's dropped to P7 position. Ferrari and Mercedes are going side by side with each other. Who's going to give in? Who has the bigger cojones? And looks like Laxon got the maneuver done. Beautiful maneuver from the Ferrari driver. And now Vizo is dropping positions just like flies in desert, I believe. He's dropping down, Vizo's dropping down, just like Madonna's boobs in her late years, which is very disgusting because those boobs are absolutely terrible right now. She's not like she was in the 80s or 70s, even though, well, she's hot though, but she is over 60. But Vizo, he's now under pressure from the reserve driver Misu Tiramisu, so either Vizo has lost complete momentum, or then he has some kind of damage in the car. But the race has come down a lot. And Baco is actually going to the pits to change his front end plate, and that's a very unfortunate race for him. So far, only thing that could save his race is another safety car. Now we have very big gaps between the drivers. Leo is now 8 tenths behind of Ronnie. But he has almost 0 EOS left, but okay. Rooney has 35%, but still he has a lot more than Leo does, so Leo has used a lot of his EOS just to keep up with Rooney. Taze Leroy is keeping the gap. He's not using EOS, he's just saving the car, making sure it's over 1 second gap, and he has 80% amount of EOS left, and Bugs Bunny has 45%. So Bugs Bunny has used a lot more EOS than TS Leroy just to keep up with him, but the gap is now up for 6 seconds, so he's losing 10 by 10, lap by lap, more to TS Leroy, and TS Leroy is very comfortable because he's out of the DRS section. And Alpha gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. And we have a good fight going on for P6 position between 3 drivers of Vaizo, Tiramisu and Quack Jimsaw, as Laxon is keeping up the field as Leo gets a 3-second time penalty. But we have to remember, one safety car can change the race. If one safety car comes in the end, and some drivers have penalties, some drivers don't have penalties, everybody with the same tires, the race is gonna change, trust me. And now we have Quack Jimsaw under pressure from Alpha. The Alpha, of course, having that 20-second time penalty what he got from last race. Laxon gets a 3-second time penalty, so we have now 7 drivers who have penalties. So 7 drivers with penalties and 12 drivers without penalties, so 11 drivers without penalties. As Alpha has retired from the session. Is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? Where has Alpha retired? He's without right there, he's right there in the white. And is that gonna bring out the safety car or not? Are we gonna see a safety car? And yes sir, we have a safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Second safety car coming, and that is Alpha's car right there. And I think this was probably good for the drivers who did a pit stop on lap 1, because they're gonna catch up once again. And now it's moment of truth. Is TS Leroy gonna pit? Is anybody gonna pit? And yes, he's pitting. Alpha has left from the session, but that is a safety car. And we have TS Leroy pitting, Bugs Bunny is pitting, Boone is pitting, Leo is pitting, Cartel is staying out, so he takes a very big risk for staying out. Leo is pitting, Laxon, and almost everybody, Misu is not pitting. So we'll see, how is this gonna affect the Mercedes garage, because Vaizo is gonna get a little bit held up, I think. As TS Leroy moves back in P3, but we'll see Vaizo's pit stop, and they're waiting for him, and the tire crew wasn't ready, they didn't have the tires ready, but he moves on, and now, but he lost a lot of positions now. So Blender is moving a lot of positions because of his lap 1 pit stop, so he probably moves to P10 or P9. We'll see where Blender is going to join. He's going to join back in P10. And Maikun, who did a pit stop in lap 1, is now in P3 position, and he doesn't have to do a pit stop again. So that is a lovely thing in 50% races. If the safety car comes, these are the drivers who did pit stop. So Maikun is actually leading the race, Jake is second, and TS Leroy is 3rd place. After, you know, Cartel and Tiramisu are gonna make the pit stop. So that's crown and jewel in league racing. Like, safety car can help you out a lot, or it can screw your race completely up. That's the lovely thing about the safety car in this game. As now we're once again waiting for 2 or 3 laps until it's gonna be lights out and we go once again. And now, viewers, you have once again time to write some questions or write something, anything at all, and I'm gonna try to answer them. This has been one hectic race so far. 2 DNFs, 2 safety cars. Alright, so I'm really surprised that Cartel didn't do a pit stop. He's still staying out with those softs. But of course in Wassa the tire wear is not big, but still he is staying out. So we have Mishu in P2, Maikun in P3. Alright. And we have I'm gonna see how the mediums are gonna do against the hard set of tires. That's very interesting to see. And Cartel is not pitting, Mishu is not pitting. Has everybody else done a pit stop until, okay, Quack Jimsaw is actually, Blow Up is going to take a pit stop now. He's in a pit stop now, so we're gonna see what tires he's gonna take. Blow Up is gonna take probably the mediums to the end, or then the hards. And it's a very long pit stop in Wassa. Jesus Christ, it's very long. And he's coming to change. He's going to take the mediums, and Veikko gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, so he has corner cut it, and then yeah. But it's going to be impressive. Is TS Leroy going to be able to jump once again, just like he did in previous safety car, or is he going to stay in the P3 position? Well, legitimate P3 because Misu and Cartel haven't made a pit stops yet. But that's the problem with the safety car, like if you have teammates, you're very close to each other. Like Woni made a pit stop, but then Vaiso lost tremendous amount of time because the pit crew wasn't ready for his tires, and now he's all the way down in P11. 4 positions down on Woni. So yeah. Safety car can mess up things or it can bless things. It's mess or bless. Warming accidentally. Championship leader in P8, Won in P7, Bugs Bunny in P6, Taylor in P5, Jake in P4, Maikun in P3, Miso in P2, and Cartel leading the race. At least for now. And I'll be waiting for the safety car to leave the field once again, and then it's going to be lights out and we go once again. And now I'm going to save the clip. I think now it's enough. I don't believe that it's going to be 60 minutes anymore. So there we go. Because, you know, I'm making the race highlights always, so... Yeah. Please write some questions, goddammit, I'm a little bit bored. Come on. Safety car is leaving the race, and now it's gonna be lights out and away we go. But Cartel dictates the pace. I wanna see how long of a stint Cartel actually does with those soft tires, because he's done 8 laps. Everybody else has done a pit stop. You have nothing to lose, so you might as well extend your, you know, first stint. As Jake overtakes Taze Leroy for some reason. I apologize, not overtakes Taze Leroy, overtakes Jake, but gives back the position. And now, I think it's gonna be lights out and where we go. And now, actually, Cartel started the race a little bit early. So as we have Maikun spinning, Maikun is spinning, but he uses the reset to track, and you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do that, but he lost tremendous amount of time. And now Taze Leroy has to get past off Jake, and he will take the lead of the Grand Prix. So it's battle for the lead. Now Jake against Taze Leroy for position. Taze Leroy gets a 5-second penalty. Everybody gets a 5-second penalty now. And oh my goodness me, Jake is track extending. He's moving up in the defensive line using the Max Verstappen defending. And now Bugs Bunny is moving up to P3. So Bugs Bunny overtakes Taze Leroy and Jake. And now Jake loses 2 positions and moves to P5 because of his aggressive defending. But a very unfortunate spin for Maikun, who lost the car in the last corner. Very unfortunate for him, but yeah. Cartel has 8-10 lead over Miso, Chio, Miso, Bugs Bunny in P3, Taze Leroy in P4, Jake in P5. But of course Miso and Cartel have to pit, so Bugs Bunny once again leading the Grand Prix. But he has the feisty Irishman behind him, who wants to take back the lead of the championship. As we have Rooney now challenging Jake for position. Jake, who is with the old hard tires when he pitted on those in lap 1. But we have Leo and Laxon does a awful dive bomb and loses part of his end plate. And that was very interesting dive bomb, and now they're touching each other. So keep it calm, guys, keep it calm. They're gonna go 3 wide, and it looks like Visor is joining the barbecue party also. And Visor might try to overtake around the outside. Leo is trying to keep the position. Bugs Bunny says the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Over once again gap to Miso. But now TTV Bugs Bunny tries to get past off Miso to Miso. And they're gonna go side by side with each other. Looks like Bugs Bunny made the maneuver done. Track extends a little bit, but hey, gets the position done. And now Laxon and Jake and Woni actually fighting for position, and Woni moves up to P5. Jake drops to P6, and Miso moves to P4 position because Taze Leroy got past him. And then they're gonna go side by side with each other, and looks like Taze Leroy got the maneuver done. And Laxon is holding up the field. He's holding up the field, and now he has Leo behind him once again, and Leo is diving up the inside, forcing Laxon a little bit wide. There's a tremendous fight, there's an amazing fight going on at the moment, and Laxon wants wide, and Leo is trying to overtake, but Laxon is not giving up. He's a little bit pushing him wide, he's pushing Leo wide. What on earth he's doing, and oh my goodness me, that was disgusting driving from Laxon. That was very awful driving. As Jake and Visor are going side by side with each other, and Jake, I don't know, he's a little bit braking in a straight line. I'm not sure what he's doing. But now Bugs Bunny has lost his end plate. He's lost his end plate. So what's happened to Bugs Bunny? And now Won is trying to get past him. So it's awful, awful mistakes from these drivers so far. So that promotes Taze Levo for the lead of the Grand Prix. But we'll keep an eye on this Laxon, Viso, Jake and Woni fight. This is unbelievable fight going on, ladies and gentlemen. This is unbelievable fight. Let's see what's gonna happen. As we have Renault driver, Greg Jimsaw trying to overtake Blender for position. They're gonna go side by side with each other. The American against Renault driver, America against England. Just like the olden days, and Blender got the maneuver done on Greg and moves to P9. Jake gets a 3-second up penalty for multiple warnings. It's and we have Red Bull driver Leo who spun it. Leo has spun it, and Greg Jimsaw and Blender once again going side by side, and he getting past Blender, and now P9 for Greg Jimsaw. Laxon and Jake. So we have only 5 drivers in the field who don't have any penalties in this Grand Prix. Leo gets another 3-second up penalty. We'll see Laxon is challenging Jake for position. Bugs Bunny is right behind of Misu. Taze Levo has almost caught up to Cartel, who will have to make a pit stop very shortly. And we have Jake and Laxon going side by side with each other, and looks like Jake got the maneuver done, but Laxon is coming back. He's not giving up. He's fighting. Elbows out. He's fighting. He wants to keep the position. Doesn't look like, and now it's 7/10 between Cartel and Taze Leroy. Looks like Cartel will lose the position now, and Taze Leroy has done a pit stop. Cartel hasn't, so I assume it's going to be a pretty easy maneuver for Taze Leroy. Cartel tries to defend, but nothing he can do for the Irishman who takes the lead of the Grand Prix, and he was a little bit wide, loses a little bit of exit speed, and Cartel tries to move on the inside, and they're gonna go side by side with each other after Taze Leroy's small mistake. It looks like Cartel, they're gonna go side by side with each other, but Taze Leroy has the better line, and looks like get the maneuver done. But is Cartel gonna try to attack around the outside? They're gonna go side by side with each other, and looks like Taze Leroy got the maneuver done. But is he? Yes, he has. Yes, he has. And now Wooni is challenging Bugs Bunny for the position. Wooni is challenging him for position. So the race has calmed down once again. So Laxon is holding up the field. Look at the gap, look at the train what is behind Laxon at the moment. Leo gets another 3-second down penalty. And if you're stuck in a DRS train, it's very difficult to get past it because everybody has DRS open. If one guy doesn't make the maneuver, then it's going to be like train driving. It's going to be very difficult to overtake. But we'll see what Greg does. Is Greg going to dive it up the inside? No, he's not. And Greg has spun it, and he uses that. Reset the track. You're not allowed to do that. But he's lost tremendous amount of positions. He made a drive mistake, and that's it. As now Cartel is spinning, and we'll see what time he's going to take. He did 14 laps with the softs, so he did 55% stint with the softs, and now he's going to have 45% stint left with the mediums. And now he's changing tires, and he's going to drop to last position, I believe. Maybe behind Kamiap. Yeah, I think last place, or closer to last place, because Blow Up is in last place with the Williams car. Blender gets a 3-second up penalty, just like everybody else. So now we have only Viso and Misu and Maikun without penalties, and also Marius and Kamiap and Cartel. Okay, Cartel has penalties, but GG. Okay, now Wooni is right behind of TTV Bugs Bunny, and Taze Leroy has 3-second gap already to Bugs Bunny. Blob gets a 3-second up penalty, so only 4 drivers at the moment without penalties. Viso is 2 seconds behind his teammate, but of course without a penalty. His teammate has a penalty. Misu in P5 still has to make a pit stop, and we'll see when he's gonna make his pit stop. As we have Rambo joining the session. Rambo, the action movie star from the 80s, Sylvester Stallone. Hello, nice to meet you. And Matt and Blender going side by side with each other, and Blender almost spins it, saves the car, but now he loses 2 positions to Matt and his teammate Maikun. Maikun and Blender going side by side with each other. Who's gonna win? Who has the bigger cojones? It looks like Blender, maybe. gets the maneuver done. Once again, he's gonna keep his position. He's gonna dive it up the inside. He has the better line for the next corner. Is Michael gonna try to switch back? No, he's not. And yellow is sector 1, and we have Jack who's without. Jack has retired. Jack has retired, and that's it. He's lost the VSC. VSC came, and what a time to pit for Greg. VSC comes and he makes a pit stop, but we'll see where he's gonna join. And Leo is without. Well, notice Leo retired. Well, notice Leo retire. I'm gonna see where did Leo retire. He's in the left side of the track, I believe. Yeah, there he is. He made a mistake, and that's his race over the championship leader. He's gonna lose the lead of the championship as Quack is rejoining back, and this race has been very controversial. People saying Russia is a boring track. Ladies and gentlemen, this race showing that Russia is definitely not a boring track. And now it's lights out and where we go. And Matt gets a drive-through penalty for speeding under the pit lane, speeding during the VSC. So very unfortunate for Matt, who has to serve a drive-through in the next 3 laps. And 3-second penalty for Matt. His track extended a little bit frustration coming out in the cockpit. And now we have new comment coming from Leo. So you should. Yeah, just if I get incident straight, please no cursing in the live chat. Write to me personally, but no cursing in the live chat, please. Just come on, Leo, write to me personally. Come on, baby, come on, honey, come on, mate. You know we have a strict stewards in the league, so come on, just write to me personally. Send me the clips, and everything will be dealt with after the race. And we have Matt, who is serving his drive-through penalty, and he's gonna probably drop to the last places. So Matt serves his drive-through penalty. Yeah, very good, Leo, very good. I know it's frustrating. I've had million times when people take me out. I've done league racing for 5 years, from 2015 to 2020, and I've had positions where I've been leading the Grand Prix and I've been taken out in last lap, so I know how it feels. It's painful. As Stage Leroy gets 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Baker speeding once again, but keep it up, Sunshine, keep it up. I know how you feel. Wing damage, yep. Thank you very much, Stage Leroy. 3-second time penalty. So if safety car comes one more time, in the end, it's gonna be very interesting Grand Prix. Oh, I got pushed off the track. Alright, that's cool. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. But my my suggestion to you is cool head. Go eat some ice cream. Take a little bit of, hydrate yourself. Go outside and then, steam out the system. Like do something productive. Clean your room or go outside running. Go to the gym. That's how I do it. But yeah, Voni, yellows in sector 3, and I believe Kamiap has spun it. So once again, yellows sector 3 as Misu is pitting. So now Misu is probably gonna take the softs to the end. And yellows in sector 2, who has spun it? Yellows in sector 2. Probably just nothing. And Carlto gets a 5-second penalty for spinning in the pit lane, so Carlto is spinning also. Alright. Alright, Leo. Greg seems like it's a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, and it looks like racing for driver Matt gets ahead of Misu, and that's P10 for Matt, but Misu has soft tires, and now he's gonna be so much more quicker than Matt. Look how much he's caught up to the Matt at the moment. Alright, report him after the race, thank you very much. Laxon gets a 3-second penalty, so we'll see what Laxon. He's in P5, Viso in P4. Woni is once again behind Bugs Bunny in P3. Viso still the only one without a penalty in the top 4, I mean. We have of course Marius and Kamiap, Misu without penalties. I don't want to show how many penalties each driver has because I want to keep it as a surprise. It's much more fun when it's a surprise. But one more safety car in this Grand Prix would be amazing. It would be so amazing. And Misu gets ahead of Matt for P11 position. And now Blender is spinning, so he wasn't able to take those mediums to the end. So he will be taking the softs as Misu gets a 3-second up penalty for multiple warnings. Blender is probably going to take the softs, but there we go. Look at Marius. He's going side by side with... he's going side by side with Maikun, and he gets the maneuver done on Maikun for P6 position. A good overtake for Marius Daniel. Vaiso in P4. Now Wooni is only 1/10 behind of Bugs Bunny, who has lost tremendous amount of time and is 5.3 seconds behind of Taze Leroy at the moment. These drivers keep fighting. Taze Leroy is just saying thank you very much. I'm gonna move on and take the win. But now Wooni, he doesn't have any EOS left, so he can't use EOS because he doesn't have any left. He has to wait for the main straight line. There's a good fight. Misu is right behind of Kemiap, and yeah, easy does it. Those soft tires are so much more quicker than the hard tires what Kemiap has. But Kemiap will get DOS. Crack Teamstar gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Taze Leroy sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix with a 1:34.4 with 10 lap old medium, setting the fastest lap. That's very impressive. And now Bugs Bunny is gonna move up the position, or is he? They're gonna go side by side with each other, and looks like the young Finnish driver is gonna go side by side with Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny a little bit forcing him wide, but hey, he got the maneuver done on Bugs Bunny, and that's P2 for Wooni. And now he got past of Bugs Bunny. Now next up is Vaiso, who's trying to get past Bugs Bunny, and Blender got past Matt because Matt is doing a pit stop. Probably gonna change his softs, mediums to the softs. Skemiap gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings, and he's actually changing his front wing, and he's gonna take softs to the end. Taze Leroy having a 7-second gap over Wooni, so he's really put pedal to the metal. And now Vaiso is trying to challenge Bugs Bunny for the last podium position. Vaiso, the only one in the top 4 without a penalty. And now, yeah, Bugs Bunny going side by side with Vaiso. Vaiso's trying to get the maneuver done. Bugs Bunny is not giving up without a fight. Miso gets a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. What I would actually do for the one more safety car, guys, would make this ending a lot more interesting. As Taze Leroy is 7.4 seconds ahead of P2 driver. And now Bugs Bunny, Bugs Bunny still gets DRS from Wooni, but then Vaiso gets DRS from Bugs Bunny. But look at the straight line speed Vaiso has. He's trying to challenge one on the outside, and who has the better position? And looks like Bugs Bunny against Vaiso, and looks like Vaiso just track extends and gets a time penalty. He has to give the position back. But and there we go, he gave the position back. That's gentleman's out. He gave the position back, and Miso getting a fastest lap of the Grand Prix, so he'll get the extra point for the fastest lap, and Blender gets a 3-second up and leave for corner cutting. 7 laps remaining in the Grand Prix. Very hectic race, is some points. Now Bugs Bunny is over 1 second behind of Wooni, so it depends. He's gonna get DRS. He was 0.9999 behind, and Carlto gets the fastest lap now. So if Carlto gets to the points, he gets a 1 extra point because of that fastest lap. And still, Bugs Bunny is not using his DRS for some reason. But the battle for the last podium position is big. It's big. Now Marius, right behind of Laxon. We're gonna keep a close eye on that. Vaiso and Bugs Bunny now. Come on. DRS open for Vaiso. And he will also use CRS probably. Yes, he is. Bugs Bunny defending the inside line. Viso outbreaking him and taking the P3 position. So now the two Mercedes drivers are in P2 and P3. But Marius is gonna get past the Red Bull Ferrari driver or not. He's coming up the inside, but he's backing out of it. As Laxon gets another 3-second up penalty. So I think now it's going to be a very calm race. There's a battle for P4, P5 going on now. Maybe even P3, P2. Because Bugs Bunny is keeping up with Visor now. So Bugs Bunny can probably take the position back against Visor if he wants. He's very close to Visor, so Visor has made some kind of mistake somewhere. And that's going to probably promote. And we have a new comment coming from Joni. PS4. You can see from the, you know, the triangle, square and R1. PS4, yeah. As now Marius and Laxon are gonna go side by side with each other. As Laxon is still keeping up the position, very impressive from him. As Matt gets a 3-second up penalty for multiple warnings. Taze has over 9-second gap to Rooney. Kamiap drops to P10 because Blend overtook him for P9 position. Bugs Bunny stays behind the Visor, and we'll see battle for the P5 position between Marius and Laxon. Laxon defending very beautifully, and is Marius gonna defend the inside line? No, he's not able to. He doesn't have to because he was so much far ahead. Bugs Bunny 4 tenths behind. Visor still is going to be great. Fight for P3 position, last podium positions, and of course how the penalties goes. We don't know who is in the end going to get the P2, P3 or even P1. Who knows? One safety car can change everything. So somebody is bring out the safety car, please. Come on, I'm begging you. One safety car, guys. Come on. Oh, and that's Maikon. He spun it. Maikon has spun it. And that's unbelievable scenes, but he hasn't lost a tire, but that's very unfortunate for Maikon. He's lost his front wing, and that's unbelievable scenes for Maikon, and Maikon is going to lose so much positions at the moment. I'm surprised the safety car didn't come from that, but that was an unfortunate mistake for Maikon. Went to the pedal a little bit too early, and now Marius and Laxon go side by side with each other. And now all the touching wheels, and is Marius gonna dive it up the inside? No, he's not. He's not. Laxon is still defending very hard. Bugs Bunny wide behind of Visor. It's now over 1 second, so he's not allowed to use his CRS. So we're gonna keep an eye on battle against Marius against Laxon. Maikon gets a 3-second up penalty for multiple warnings. He's spinning, and is Marius gonna dive it up the inside? No, he's not. As Maikon is spinning now, and that will promote Blender, Kamiap, and Carter to the points. And Taze Liver gets another 3-second up penalty. 4 laps remaining, so 1 more lap has time to come safety car, and if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. Battle for P5 right here. Only battle going on in the track at the moment. Miso 2 and Miso 6.5 seconds behind of these drivers as Carter gets another time penalty. But ladies and gentlemen, tune in for the podium interviews, what we're gonna see in EFL after the race ends. So that is a podium interviews after the Grand Prix. We're gonna hear the top 3 interviews. One moment, I'm just checking some things, and there we go. Alright, so Marius has made a big mistake, and now he is 3 seconds behind of Laxon. Actually, had they collided, I've completely missed it because I was watching my laptop, and he's pitting, he has to pit, so he's lost his end plate, and yellow's in sector 3. Somebody has spun it, and it is Quack Simsa who's lost the position. Quack Simsa who has left from the session. Maurice is changing his front wing, and he's going to be very frustrated. The P5 position turns to... What, how he spun himself, alright. Because I was watching the laptop, I apologize, I completely missed it. But now it's going to be Misu going to be able to catch the Laxon in time. The ball for P5 is right here. Now, Viso is 9/10 behind of his teammate. Are we going to see any Valtteri eats James moments? Or Rooney eats James, because Rooney is Finnish, and usually the Finnish drivers are the number 2 drivers for the teams, or so-called wingmans. So, yeah. Let's see if we're going to hear any team orders from the Mercedes team, like Rooney eats James. Please let Viso go. And there's Lewis, it's another fastest lap, 133.8 with the old mediums, 16 lap old mediums. He's setting the fastest lap. He's like Bono, my tires are gone, but boom, the fastest lap, fastest lap, fastest lap, fastest lap. There we go, very good lap from Taze Leroy. Wonderful. No, well, at least not still. Viso is not able to overtake Rooney, and there's 2 laps remaining in the Grand Prix. As the Haas driver Bacon was a little bit wide, we have 2.5 laps remaining in the race. 10-second lead to Taze Leroy. He's been dominating, even though the 2 safety cars have appeared in this. Yellow, sector 1, sector 2. So somebody has spun it, and it is Bacon. Bacon has spun it. And he's lost his end plate. He has to drive the whole lap with that naked front wing. Oh, he almost clips the wall. He almost clips the wall, and actually, luckily, ghosting is on. It's a good thing ghosting is on in this race. As now, blow up gets a 3-second top penalty. Taze Leroy has been dominating this race. He hasn't been a lot in the TV so far. So, but yeah, we have to give respect for him. Leading the race by 11 seconds, and probably is going to take the lead in the Drivers' Championship at the moment, because Sir Sap, Tuckbird and Leo will get 0 points from this Grand Prix. Now Quack Simsa gets a 3-second top penalty, and we have Blow Up who gets ahead of Matt. Matt goes and will take another set of soft tires. As Bacon gets a 5-second penalty for spinning in a pit lane. He's probably going to also take the soft tires and try to take the fastest lap away from Taze Leroy. It's all allowed. And now it's 3/10 between Viso and Rooney. And are we going to hear any team orders between the Mercedes team? And they're going to go side by side with each other. And oh, Viso spinning. Viso did half spin. That's going to promote Bugs Bunny back to the battle for the P3, P2. So this is a great fight between the 3 teams, 3 drivers, Mercedes and McLaren. Viso tried to overtake in that after the fast right-hander in the corner 3, corner 4 combination. And Carter getting passed off Kamiap and promotes himself to P8 position. Viso 8/10 behind of Rooney. It's the last lap, now or never. You have one chance, one opportunity. Go and take a moment. Neither of these drivers, all of these 3 drivers are almost out of VOS. So Taze Leroy starts his final lap, so we're gonna see. But we're gonna watch this battle instead. What's gonna happen? Taze Leroy is gonna win the race if nothing happens to him, nothing disconnections or DNFs or anything like that's gonna happen. Viso opens his DRS, is going to be able to get past off Rooney, and look how much is closing on Rooney. Rooney has to defend the inside line, he's coming back to the racing line. But we'll see what's going to happen. Who is going to get to P1 in the end, P2 in the end, and 2 Mercedes drivers going side by side with each other, and Beckos without from the session. But safety car is not going to come because it's the last lap, as Maikon takes a 3-second top penalty. And the lap car's a little bit messing up the battles between the two Mercedes drivers. But Taze Leroy almost clips the wall. That was... Oh, what on earth happened to Taze Leroy? He's lost part of his end plate. What has happened to Taze Leroy? He doesn't have an end plate left in the car. He's lost his wide end plate. And that's very, very difficult to see. And is Taze Leroy gonna lose the win in the end? There's only so minimal corners left in the track. He's made a mistake somewhere. But Taze Leroy... There's a battle between the two Mercedes drivers, but we have to go keep an eye on Taze Leroy. Taze Leroy has done everything correct here today. Doesn't look like he's gonna spin. And yes sir, Taze Leroy is gonna take his second win in EFL and take back the championship lead in EFL. Taze Leroy once again winning the Grand Prix of Russia, and beautiful job from Taze Leroy, who has an unserved 5 second stop and go penalty. And the penalties, how they're gonna play out. Is Taze Leroy gonna lose the lead in the end, the win in the end? We'll see. And Wooni finishes P3, Vaiso finishes P3, and Bugs Bunny finishes in P3. Wooni dropped to P4 position. Laxon will take P5, but looks like Taze Leroy will get the win by 3.6 seconds in the end. And Wooni was dropped to P4 position. And Greg Sims are getting a 3 second time penalty. Laxon will come home in P5, very impressive stuff from him. And Miso great first race in EFL, who actually takes P5. He takes P5. Blender, the American Dream, will come home in P6. Drop to Laxon to P7. Carl Turl will take home the P8 position, but don't leave anywhere guys. We're gonna hear the drivers' interviews, their thoughts of the race, and Carl Turl takes P8. Kamiap will take P9. Actually, Marius will take P8, Kamiap P9, and Carl Turl will take the last point in this race. Oh my god, that was impressive race. That was very hectic race, and Taze Leroy only winning by 3.6 seconds in the end. And let's see who is the drive today. Drive today, once again, Blender for life. Very good drive from him. Had to make a pit stop. Finished in P7 or P6 in the end, so lovely job for him. As we're gonna wait for the top 3 to step up to the podium, and here we go. Taze Leroy winning his second race in 3 races in EFL and taking back the championship lead. The young Irishman is serious on taking his first ever EFL championship, losing it last season to Sir Sapel and finishing P4 last season in the Drivers' Championship, and now he wants in season 2 to make sure I'm in a championship fight, I'm the championship leader, I'm the one to watch this season. And yes sir, he is. And P2 goes to Vaiso, and P3 impressively TTV Bugs Bunny, who takes his first ever podium in EFL, and so does Vaiso. As we're gonna hear the podium interviews, as we have Taze Leroy, Vaiso, Bugs Bunny, the top 3, Wooni in P4, Misu in P5, Blender P6, Laxon P7, Marius P8, Kamiap P9, Maikun P10, Carter P11, then P12 Blow Up, Matt, Jimsa, Peikko, Leo, Jake, Alphat, and Duckbird. And we're gonna save the clip. And we're gonna take the screenshots. There we go. Do not leave anywhere, ladies and gentlemen, as we still have the podium interviews in this Grand Prix. As we're gonna take the quick screenshots, there we go. And we're gonna invite the top 3 to the interview box. But that was a great race. We're gonna hear the top 3 interviews. It was Taze Leroy, Vaiso, and yeah, I remember them all. But it's also painful to invite in PSN at the moment, because you have to add people to your own message board and stuff like that. One moment. We're trying to get the top 3 to the interviews. I believe Taze Leroy won the race. If this game allows me to invite anybody, because it takes such a long time to invite somebody. Taze Leroy, there we go. Taze Leroy. Jesus, the servers are slow here. And then where's Vaiso? We're gonna invite all of them at the same time. Don't say Vaiso is... oh yeah, I can just invite from here. Bear with me guys, bear with me. Please don't leave the stream. It's always like this, because the PSN servers are waiting like, I don't know, retarded horse in a silo. But we're gonna get the top 2 interviews: Taze Leroy, Bugs Bunny, and Rooney, and we have TTV Bugs Bunny joining the session as we're gonna wait for the other 2 drivers to join, and then we're gonna start the podium interviews. Here comes the race winner, Taze Leroy, and we're still waiting for Viso to join the party. And yes, sir, Viso has joined the party. And guys, do you remember voice showing on? Does everybody have voice showing on?
I'm not sure. Let me check it.
Yeah, let's check them quickly. We don't have any was.
Yes, please.
Viso, do you have your voice showing on? At least for me, he's in, but... Viso, can you hear me? Alright, we're gonna start from the P3 driver. Actually, one moment, I'll check quickly. You're back now. Alright, so yeah, everything's fine. So we're gonna start from our P3 driver, TTV Bugs Bunny. Great race for you. In the beginning, you were leading the race, but after the 2 safety cars, you made a very bad start after the first safety car, losing plenty of positions. But in the end, you had the pace, you came back, you were in a fight for P2 between the 2 Mercedes drivers of Rooney and Viso. And tell us a little bit about the race, and of course, how do you feel to be in a podium first time in EFL?
The race was, I made a few mistakes which I'm not happy with, but overall I think I showed good pace. Yeah, the mistakes I just wasn't happy with. I think I showed him how I could overtake and how I could do that, but yeah, I'm not happy to be on the podium.
You're happy to be in a yeah, exactly, first time in EFL. Did you believe that P2 was up to the take, so are you settled and happy for P3 position? And of course, McLaren in a Constructors' Championship fighting P2 and for P1 with Alpha. And yeah, how do you feel about those things?
I'm happy for the Constructors, but obviously you always want to be better. And you always want to push yourself, so I thought I could have got the P2. I was saving up on my ERX and during everything for that last lap, so I could push, but it wasn't enough.
Alright, and then we're gonna go to P2 driver Viso. First podium for you also in EFL. First podium for Mercedes, and Mercedes P2, P4. Tell us a little bit about your race. Great job for P2, by the way. Viso.
After the first safety car and in between I made a few mistakes. It was because my tires were super cold and I lost some few positions which I gained back after some little driving until.
Yeah, we saw that last lap battles between your teammates. How did it feel for you? Did you guys have any team orders, or did you guys just say, you know, we're gonna race? And as Viso has disconnected from the session because of internet connection, so we're gonna go to our race winner, Taze Leroy. Your second race win in EFL in 3 races. You take back the championship of the lead in EFL. Last season you finished P5 in a Drivers' Championship, winning only 2 races in the whole season. Now you have 2 wins in 3 races and you basically dominated this Grand Prix. So tell us a little bit about your emotions and your time.
Well, obviously I'm very happy, but in terms of the race itself, I mean, I felt the start, I was just trying to stay in the lead until I'm one. I went 3 wide and I lost the lead to Bugs Bunny. But so after I got it back, it was just trying to control my pace. Obviously I went for the last lap near the end, but I think some more myself tires and tried to beat it. But overall I'm very happy with the result and I'm very happy with my race.
Of course, your teammate Sir Chappelle missed this Grand Prix, and in Constructors, you guys probably going to take the lead now from Red Bull because Red Bull didn't do such a good job this weekend. But as personally, and I want you to be honest, Sir Chappelle is probably your biggest championship rival with Leo at the moment. So are you happy that Sir Chappelle missed the race, or you got it actually that you didn't have that same challenge when Chappelle was going to... How do you approach that situation that Chappelle didn't race today?
It's kind of hard to push through. On one end you're happy, but on the other end, like, you want an exciting race. But I still got, to be honest. I mean, it could have been more exciting if I had so sharp, but I mean, I'm honestly looking back at it, I'm happy that he couldn't make it, because it just meant I could drop me one race. Whereas if he was there, I would have to fight one more race, and I wouldn't mean in my ribbon. But yeah, it's kind of hard to say how.
Yeah. But you did a fantastic race. You were the fastest driver. You won in the end by 3 seconds. 3 seconds in the end, but you still won the Grand Prix, and you will take back the lead in the Drivers' Championship. But ladies and gentlemen, please take your hats off and listen the winner, drivers, and winning constructors' national anthems. So national anthems of Ireland and Switzerland. And there we go, you heard the national anthems of Ireland and Switzerland. Congratulations for Alfa Romeo and for Daisy Leroy for winning the race. Congratulations for Wiseau taking P2 with Mercedes. And congratulations for McLaren racing driver TTV Bugs Bunny, who took P3 here today in Wausau. Daisy Leroy takes the championship lead back in EFL. And thank you for all the viewers. Thank you for all the drivers who participated this week's race in Wausau, and tune in for round 4 next week when we're gonna race in Belgium, Spa-Francorchamps. But until then, good wherever you are in the world, good morning, good day, good night. I was Eric, and I'll see you again next week in EFL. Stay safe, stay in school, stay hydrated, and see ya! Don't do drugs.